Kakadosh Masechet Pesahim Daf Amud Aleph 110a1. Okay, the Gemara says Lo Yaset Tzerachav Tre. We're talking about again zugot. Remember, zugot means couples, right? 2 by 2s, right? It's a very hot topic for some people. Yeah. So basically, right? Are you supposed to have to come and eat 2 by 2s? Right? Or are you supposed to drink 2 by 2s? Or are you supposed to do your necessities 2 by 2s? That was the concept of doing everything in pair numbers instead of odd numbers. Yeah, that's what we're going to say now. Lo yaset tzerachav trei. You're not supposed to do your necessities. So it says the Gemara. What does that mean exactly? So it says, which means that after you already finished, right, the first, we're going to say relations, it was already batla ta'avato. But then afterwards, you decided to have relations a second time again. So that's what it means twice. Okay, 2 by 2s. That means you did it twice. So says the Gemara. But 1 second, if so, nimlachu. So therefore, it becomes nimlach. It's not like it's something new, which means that's nimlach is like, for example, a person wanted to eat some food. He decided to stop eating, and then again, he wanted to eat again. So therefore, it's not mitzaref to zugot. Why? Because the second that it was nimlach, you already said, I'm not going to do it anymore. So if you already decided, I'm not going to eat more, right? And now all of a sudden, you are going to eat more, that's called nimlach. So therefore, it's not considered, it doesn't combine to become 2 by 2s. Everyone understood? He says, Amar Abaye says, Hachi Kamar, this is what it means to say, Lo yochal trei v'yaset tzerachav. No, we're not talking about doing the relations twice. We're talking about don't eat in 2 zugot, meaning don't eat 2 eggs, right? Don't eat 2 croissants, right? Don't eat 2, and then to have the relations even once, right? Velo yishte trei, or don't drink 2 cups of wine, right? And then yaset tzerachav v'lu have relations even once. Why? Dilma chalish umitra, because maybe what's going to happen is because the relations in itself, it makes a person weak, and then he will become nizok, he will become damaged, or he will become hurt because he ate or he drank in the zugot. Capish? You understand? That was the Gemara's question. And that's what we answered. We had 3 answers on it. That was yesterday, at the end of the day. What do we say? We had 3 answers. We said that the cost of Birkat Hamazon is not mitzaref, so it's only 3 and not 4, right? Or we said a third answer is that since the rabbis instituted derech cherut, each one was a separate mitzvah, so they're not mitzaref to each other. That was the third. That was the one. Or the special night that what? Lel Shimurim. It's a night of protection. So therefore, even if you're going to drink zugot, don't worry about it. You're going to be protected. And we said nafkamina, do you have to say kriyat shema lamita? If it was the night of Pesach and Friday night, you have to do the bracha of the bracha of Men Sheva, right? At nighttime.
Because it's really pure zugot, because you do 2 and then you have the
right, and then you have another 2, 100%. Yeah, 100%. So we answer 3 answers now. 3 answers. Yeah, Lel Shimunim, right? Yeah, okay, very good. Next. So now the Gemara says, Tanu Rabbanan, we learned in a Braita, Hashote kiflaim damo berosho. Yeah, if somebody comes and he drinks twice, his blood is in his head. What does that mean? That he caused his own death. Yeah, he caused his own death. So Amar of Yehuda, Matai, but when is that? Bizman shelo ra'a penei hashuk. If he didn't get up in between the first cup and the second cup and he saw the shuk. Aval ra'a penei hashuk, but if he did see the penei hashuk, hareshut biyado. So then what happens is the permission is in his hands. Yeah, which means that he's allowed to. He's allowed to come. Why? Because the second that there was a sek in between, he went out to the shuk and then he came back, it's considered now a new drinking. So therefore, he drank once, he went out to the shuk, he came back, and then it would have been okay.
How is he going to do that in Pesach?
No. You're right. We're not talking about Pesach anymore. Pesach we already answered the 3 answers on the 4 cups. Yeah, no, this is for anything. Just the concept of drinking zugot. So if you go to the shuk and then you come back, you're okay. Okay. So Amar Ravashi says, Chazina le Rav Chananya bar Bevai. Ta'akol kasa v'nafik v'chazeh peshuka. Do you know that Rav Chananya bar Bevai, after drinking every single cup, he would do that. He would purposely go out to the shuk and come back. Why? So that way there wasn't any problem anymore. So he was always looking at Penei Shuk, so that way they would never meet tzaref. They would never combine the cups that he would drink. Yeah, obviously. Velo amran, ela latzet laderech. But that's only if he goes outside. Aval beveto, but if he stays in his house, lo, there's no sakana whatsoever. Which means it comes out that if you do stay in your house from the beginning to the end, there's also no sakana, right? So now the answers up also Pesach or anything else, because if you're staying at home, there's no problem. The problem is if you go out, and if you're going to start drinking zugot, and then you go out to the street, right, and you're not going to go to the shuk because you already drank the 2 kosot, now you have a problem. But if you're staying at home the entire time, no problem, right? Amar bizera says bizera. However, though, if you go to sleep right away, if you go to sleep, that's considered that you went out. You went outside, so then it is a danger, right? No, it's a danger, which means that it's considered you're going out, so it's a danger. Meaning, when do we say that it's not a danger? If you're going to drink and then you're going to stay home, but not that you go to sleep. Because if you go to sleep, it's like you went outside, right? Amar Papa says of Papa, and if you go to the washroom, it's also like you went outside also as well, so it's going to be dangerous. Okay.
No, but the bathroom was the outside of the door.
Yeah, the bathroom usually was the bathroom which was outside. Okay. So now the Gemara says, Ubevetolo, are you going to tell me that if you stay in your house, there's no problem of zugot? That means imagine a person just drank, and there's no problem of zugot. Yeah. How many cups do you drink on Purim? Yeah.
18.
6.
6. That's zugot. Yeah, it's a problem.
But
So
I
it
do
says.
3 and 3.
Ah.
You go to the shuk in between.
Yeah, very good. No, he also knew he was already staying at home. So now what happens is the Gemara says, "Vetolo, are you going to tell me now that in the house, right, there's no problem?" He says, "Veharava mani keshure." Says Rav used to count the korot of his house in order to know to ascertain that he wasn't going to drink zugot. What does that mean? It says when Rav used to drink in his house, he used to help with the korot beto to remember how many cups he drank. So when he used to drink the first cup, he used to look at the first column, the first pillar. Yeah? When he drank the second cup, he used to start looking at the second one. And that's how he used to know. So Rava used to do that all the time, even if he wasn't going outside. Right? That means even if he was staying at home, he would always count the number of cups he had, right? According to the pillars of his house. So he drank 1 cup, right? Looking at 1. Drank another cup, looking at a second one. 3rd one, looking. 4th one, and that's how he used to remember how many cups he drank in order to make sure that he wasn't drinking zugot. What's so funny? Yeah, okay. Very good. So he says, well, if not, you look at your children, your wife and children, yeah? Yeah, so he says, what happened was, Vabaye, Kishati Chad Kasa, when Abaye used to come and drink 1 cup, so his mother used to come and bring him another 2 cups in her hands. So he would come and drink 1 cup. But now, if he wanted to drink another one, it's a problem with zugot. So the mother, which remember, the mother of Abaye was not the real mother, it was a stepmother, used to come with another 2 cups. So therefore, to make sure that it's either he's going to drink the 1 that he has, or 3, because she already has another 2 cups ready. So therefore, it's going to become either 1 or 3, but not 2. Okay? Rav Nachman bar Yitzchak, when he used to drink 2 cups, right? His Shamasi used to hold another cup for him. Chad kasa, and when he used to drink 1 cup, or he would come, meaning if he only drank 1 cup, so then he would come with 2 cups. So basically, the concept was that they were always very makpidim on calling yanazeh shel zugot. So answers the Gemara, Adam chashuv shane. He says no. An Adam chashuv, even if he's going to stay home, because remember, all these cases, the question was that even if you stay home, right, here it's mashma, that there is a problem, because here they weren't going outside. So even if you stay home, there is also a problem of zugot. So answers the Gemara, Adam chashuv is different. When a person is very, very important, even if he stays home, it's a sakana. Why? Here it says, because the shedim, the shin dalids, right, the demons, they're going to be moser nefesh to damage him. So therefore, because of that, he had to be very, very careful, even if he was staying at home. Right? Because mamash, they would give themselves everything. They would come and they would try to damage the guy. Right?
Only because you're drinking with parents.
No, that's what gives them the permission. That's what gives them the permission. Basically, if you do things in pairs, it gives them a certain koach, a certain strength that they're able to come and damage a person.
Everything in life, or just to drinking?
We said it was drinking, eating, even doing the relations, everything. What do we say? We brought down.
Yeah, those are the main. You know, it's funny because when you eat black olives, they say you should eat them 2 by 2.
Yeah. Here it says, "Lo yochal adam velo yishteh velo yikaneach velo yaset tzrachav." It says here a person shouldn't eat, drink, wipe himself after his necessities, or even doing his necessities. Right? Well, you don't count. Yeah. So he says over here, right? Yeah. This is the concept of, we're going to see that it doesn't apply anymore. We're going to see that it doesn't apply anymore. Yeah, fine. Yeah, but this was during the time of the Gemara. They were very, very young. First of all, you have to remember, are you listening? Yeah, écoute-moi, please. Yeah, very good. Right? It's very important to remember that in the olden days, the Shadim were much more common. Right? They were expelled from the city. In the olden days, yeah, they were expelled from the city. Abaya, I think it was, he went and they expelled from the city. You understand? Which means at the time, right, it was crazy what used to go on. I'm going to tell you that there's a Kava Yashar that says something that, you listen to it and you're shocked. You understand? What happened is that a man passed away. Yeah, a man passed away. And all of a sudden, what happened is that Amar Ula says, Asara kosot, 10 cups and above, and by Mishum Zugot. There's no problem with Zugot. That's why now I understand why certain people on Purim, they didn't have, because once they had more than 10 cups, they were okay. Yeah, so they drank and drank and drank. Why? They wanted to make sure there was more than 10. Okay? Very good. Says the Gemara, Ula letame, Ula goes according to his reasoning, Damar Ula Bazula says, some people say they learned it in a Braita, Asara kosot, tiknu chachamim v'tavel. There were 10 cups that the rabbis instituted to drink in the house of Avelut. Yeah? Because it says, Tenu shechar leoved v'yayin lemane nafesh. So it says 3 of them they were mashkim to the Avel, with the parperot, they were coming before the Sudan. 3 of them they used to do right in the Sudan, and there was going to be 4 cups of the Birkat Hamazon. Okay, so there are 10 cups. If you're going to tell me the 10 cups there's from Zukot, how do the rabbis come and they institute something which is going to come? Yeah, that's the question. So now the Gemara says, Aval Temanya yesh b'hem mishum zugot. But 8 cups, there is a problem of zugot. Okay? Rav Chasta, Rabba bar Rav Huna dam letavayu. Rav Chasta and Rabba Huna both said shalom, which is basically the 4th cup, which is basically because of the word shalom, which is the 7th word in of the it says over here, and it's a achona shel bracha achona birkat kohanim. Yeah? Right? So it says over here, letova mitzaref, aval lera'a lo mitzaref. He says no. He says it's only going to be for good that it's going to be mitzaref if you already drank it, but not for bad. Right? So therefore, even by 8 kosot, there's not going to be a problem of zugot, because that cup of the shalom, there was not going to be a problem. It says here, birkat kohanim is from 3 different berachot. So because of that, it says over here that this is going to be that one of the shalom, right? It says over here also, she teva shvi'it v'acharona. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, because in Yisa Hashem Panam Alecha, there's seven words. So it's the 7th word, and it's the last beracha of Birkat Kohanim. So that one is only going to be mitzvah for good and not for bad. So it says here, if you're going to drink 6 cups, and then you're going to have zugot, and then afterwards you drink the 7th cup, the 7th cup is mitzaref to other ones to be mitvatel the zugot. However, though, if you're going to drink the 8th cup, so then the 7th cup, right, is not going to be a basis to these zugot, because since HaKadosh Baruch Hu blessed them with the 7th cup, he blessed them with shalom, so there's never going to become a hezek, right, a damage in the world because of that. So because of that, that's what it comes out, that the shivkos shvi'im, right, it could take out of the problem of zugot. Okay, so it takes out the problem of zugot. Okay, the 7th cup. So says the Gemara, shita, but 6 cups, there is a problem of zugot. So basically from 7 and on, there's not a problem, because the 7th is always shalom, and therefore you're going to have peace, you're going to have shalom. But from 6, it's going to be a problem. Rabba Rav Yosef Dam Tavayu vichuneka, right? He says, they both say vichuneka, which is now the 5th one, right? Which is basically the end of the 2nd beracha of Birkat Kohanim, and it's the 5th one. Letova mitzaref, lera'a lo mitzaref. So it says over here, right? It's only going to be mitzaref letova velo lera'a. What does that mean? It's only going to be mitzaref for good and not for bad. Okay? Ve'az the Rava l'tamei, Rava goes according to his reasoning, the Rava apkinu l'rabbanan be'arba'a kosot, because Rava used to come and he used to actually leave them, right? He used to send them away after 4 cups of drinking wine. Ve'afal gav, right? And it says, ve'afal gav de itzak Rava bar Levai, and even though once it happened that Rava bar Levai got hurt after he drank the 4 cups, lo chash le'laminte, right? He didn't care. He didn't pay attention to it. Why? Te'amad ha'u mishum de'otvam be'pirkava. There he was actually hurt, right? Why? Because it was an onesh, it was a punishment that he asked me a question in public and he embarrassed me. Meaning he used to come and send them out after 4 cups. 4 cups is zugot. So therefore it's a problem. But he said he used to send them after, and he says, one second, but there was a rabbi, his name was Rabbi Levi, that he got hurt. So therefore, why did he continue doing that? He should have stopped. He says, no, the reason why he didn't stop was because the reason why he got hurt was not because he was drinking zugot, was because he asked me a question in front of everybody and embarrassed me. So that's why he was punished, not because of the zugot. Okay, Amar of Yosef, says of Yosef, Amali Yosef Sheda, right? Told me Yosef Ashed, right? That means the Shed's name was Yosef. Ashmedai Malka de Shedeh, Ashmedai, that he's the king of the Shedim. Memune hua kulu zuge, he's memune on all the zugot. So Ashmedai, Amelech, right? He's the king of the Shedim. Yeah, they have a king, you know that? Yeah, they have the king of Shedim. His name is Ashmedai. So he's actually in charge of all the zugot. Right? Umalka, right? Lo ikre mazik. However, though, says of Yosef, right? The maskana masit is that the melech, he's not called a mazik, which means he himself does not mazik because it's not for his kavod. So therefore, you don't have to worry about zugot because, he's not going to damage you. Meaning a king, usually they themselves will never exact retribution. It's always going to be they're going to send ministers. It's not from their kavod to come and start doing these things. But, right, what happens is that it comes out that here there's going to be a problem, right? So he says, don't worry about it. Why? Because since he's the one in charge and he himself is not going to do it, so don't worry about it. Ika da'amri la la'agisa, some people say the opposite. Adraba, malka rachmanahu, ratchanahu. This king, he gets angry my David. So therefore, what happens is that he's going to do Shamelech Poretz Gader, La Soloderech was the king. He could break any types of walls or any types of things. Nobody could stop him. So because of that, Ashmedai Kamamash, he could do whatever he wants, and therefore you have to be extra careful because of Zugot. So Amar of Papa says, Amali Yosef Sheda, Yosef Shed told me, betray Katlinan. If you drink 2 cups, we could actually kill the guy. But if he drank 4 cups, lo Katlinan, we could not kill them. Mezakina, we could damage them. Betray, but when a person is going to come and drink 2 cups, ben mishogeg ben b'mezid, doesn't matter whether it's going to be accidentally or purposely. However, though be'arba'a, it's only b'mezid, right? Then we cannot damage them, right? Sorry, we could damage them. We could damage them. B'shogeg, if it's going to be by accident, so then no, then we cannot. That means if a person drank 4 cups by accident, we cannot damage him. If he drank 4 cups purposely, we could damage him, but we're not going to kill him. But 2 cups, we could actually kill him, which means it's better to drink 4 cups than 2 cups. Yeah, exactly. I know a lot of people are very machmanim on that. They drink 10 to make sure there's no problems. So he says, what if a person forgot and he drank zugot and then afterwards he went out of the house? What's he going to do? What is he going to do? So says the Gemara, he should grab his agudal of the right hand in yados smalit, here. Okay, so the right agudal, this is called agudal, the thumb. The right thumb, you put it in the left hand. And then it says, right, vizikva dismala bidadimina, and you take the left thumb into the right hand. So you have like this, yeah? You have the right in the left hand and the left into the right hand. Okay, like this. And then v'neima hachi, this is what you have to say. What? Yeah, also, very good. You're right.
Yeah, we
learned it
from the
Yeah.
Masechet Berachot.
Very good. V'neima hachi, this is what you're supposed to say. Atun va'ana ha-telata. You heard? Atun va'ana ha-telata. Right? Which means that atem va'ani, right? You guys and me were 3. V'ishmiya le'de'amar atun va'ana harba. And if he hears a call saying atem va'anu v'ni yachad here arba, neima le atun va'ana chamisha. So then we are 5. Right? V'ishmiya le'de'amar. And if he still hears atun va'ana shita, that we're 6. Neima le atun va'ana shiva. So then we're 7. Yeah? You understand what's going on? You're not paying attention. One more time. Yeah? I'm going to do it once more, just for you. Right? A guy comes and he drank zugot. He has a problem now. He goes outside. Now we just said it's a sakana. What's he supposed to do? Yeah, he knows that he drank zugot. But then he went out and now he's conscious. Yeah, he just drank zugot. What am I going to do? Yeah? So he grabs like this, right? And he closes. Right? Sorry, like this. And then, like, no. We said the right and then like this. Exactly. Okay? Like this. So now he goes in. And what happens is that when he's going to come and he's going to say, Atun va'ana hatlata, right? You guys and me, we are 3. Now, if he hears that the Shedim answer him, no, Atun va'ana harba, we are 4, so then he has to answer back, Atun va'ana chamisha, so now we are 5. If he hears again they saying, no, Atun va'ana, we are 6, So then he has to answer back again and say, Atu mana hashiva, we are 7. So now the Gemara is going to stop. Hava uvda ad me'ah v'chad. It once actually happened that they did that, and they continue going back and forth until 101. Upaka shida. And then, right, that basically the shed went and he got destroyed. Right? Why? Because
I'm sorry, Rabbi, I got
Because he got home at the end.
what happened? Because he
Yeah.
got home.
I got home.
No. He was already outside. So
No,
they
I
were
know.
back and forth. How many are there? Right?
It went
Basically, he's always trying to become not a pair.
Not even.
So even odd, not even, right? So what is he doing? So what happens is he comes out of the house and he made a mistake. He went out, he already drank the zugot. So now what's going to happen? So says the Gemara, very, very simple. You know what's going to happen? He does this thing, he puts it, and then he starts saying, you guys and me were 3. Now all of a sudden he hears that the shed answers, no, you guys and me were 4.
But there is officially 3 people.
No, he's by himself.
No,
But he's by himself and there's a shed, but we don't know how many shedim there are.
So he says you, me, and you were
Right? So he says, you guys and me were 3. So they said, no, you guys and me were 4. So now you have a problem again. So he answered back, no, you guys and me were 5. So he said, no, you guys and me were 6. And then we continue. So it once happened that they did that until 100. So when it went until 100, until 101. When it went until 101, which was again not the pair, the shed broke. Why did the shed break? So here it says because of the rov tsar, that the guy mamash, he made the shed suffer. But here
a relationship. It's amazing, no? He had such a level that he was able to communicate.
Yeah,
with
no, but this is not them. This is for everybody. Maita Kante is everybody. We should all do that. If all of a sudden we hear the voice coming and answers, then we continue doing this. There's not what happened to one rabbi.
I'm
The Gemara asked.
there is it takes a certain level to get to that.
No, it
Well,
was like at the
it's,
time.
at the time it sounds like everyone is doing it. Because the Gemara asks, this is somebody that forgot. It's talking about everyone, every Joe Shmo. We're not talking about Rabbi so and so. You understand? We're talking about Mamash. Yeah, they would be able to speak to them. Yeah. No, you're right. Sometimes your wife. Fine, let's go. So here it says here, right? Now, what's the reasoning of the Me'ah Ve'echad? So he says here the Gematria of Michael is Me'ah Ve'echad. He's Malach HaChesed. So therefore, the Shedim do not have any control over that midah. So therefore, once he got to Me'ah Ve'echad, he was saved. Once he got to 101, Kiminyan Michael. That's why there's a minhag of always giving 101 in the Aliyah La Torah. Yeah, everyone heard. Babachaki, you're the Parnas. You have to teach everyone. Yeah, or multiples of 101. Yeah, so it's either 101, 202, 303, 404, 505, 606. Yeah, Babachaki, you're there.
He left. He turned on the phone and he left.
He's in the freezer.
Yes, I'm here. I listen.
Yeah, very good. So just remember, yeah, a 101 for Aliyot. Don't accept anything less than that.
No, but Jean-Jacques doesn't give 101.
No, we said it's he's giving chai in order to give life. So that's okay. He's giving
180.
Or multiples of 180. Yeah? 180, 360. Right? We continue going from there. Yeah? Fine. No, but we're talking about the minimum. The minimum is 101 for Michael, for chesed. Yeah, that a person should always have chesed. Okay? Fine. Says the Gemara, Amar Ameimar says, Amra li Kiminyan Michael, like the numerical value of Michael. Michael, the numerical value. Yeah, Kiminyan is the numerical value. Like the minyan, like the numbers. Yeah. So Amar Ameimar says, Amra li rishtinhi dinashim kashfaniot. They told me the Gevira of the Mechashefot. I mean, it's one witchcraft woman. She came and she told me, Haiman de Paga Behu Benashim Kashfaniot. If you want to, see Mechashefot, right? There are certain people that they see them all the time. But if you want to see one and you don't usually see one, Neima Hachi, this is what you have to say. Yeah? Chare, Chari Chamime, Bedikula Bazia, Lefumaychu, Nashe de Charshayu. Tsoa Chama, right? Hot excrement, Besalim Kruim, right, in baskets which are torn, v'nekuvin lefichan, right, and it has a hole in their mouths. What does it say there? Nashim kashfaniot, right? These are the women that they are with witchcraft. Correct? Can you just tell me what's written there?
Hot excrement in torn basket to your mouth. Oh, women of sorcery, may your hair be out.
So that's kara karaihu, that you should become bald. Parach parchayu is what? שהרוח יישא את אותם פירורי לחם שאין מחשבו בהם. You should have the crumbs fly away, that there's no problem of thing. Oh, wow, and that's how you're going to see them. So basically, if you ever want to see a witchcraft woman, so just say this, okay? Okay, Kuf Yud Amud Bet. Ibadur tavlunaichu, Yi ratzon, that it should be spread out, the tavlinim, your spices. Parcha zika lemorika chat tadrekitu, and the ruach, the wind, will come and take a new karkom. Karkom is turmeric, no? Yeah. Turmeric, right? Shaten ochazob yodchem lechashabo, that you use. So you see from here, why do you think turmeric is a very hot item on the list? It's used for witchcraft. Yeah. So it says nashim kashvaniot adechanani, all of the time that they have that they're chas mina shamayim, right? Vani chas yeletzim v'chanaychi, and it says and that you're going to have mercy on me, that they're not going to do anything bad to me. Lo atiti lego, I didn't come between you. Hashtag atiti, but now I came in front of you. Karchanani v'chananchi. I know shenitkareru alai rachamechem v'gam rachamei al atzmi nitkareru. So now all of a sudden it's going to be bad. Meaning if a person's already going to go into them, right? You're going into the lines then, as they say. So it's not going to be the best thing. Okay? Capish? Fine. B'ma'arava lo kap de azuge. In Eretz Yisrael they were not makpid on zugot. Rav Dimi Narda kapti afilu arumsha de chavita. So he was mamash makpid even on the begimot that they used to make on the chaviyot in order to make sure, right, how much. That means he would never go in, 2, 4, 6, 8, even in the measurements in wine. You had a barrel and you want to find out how much wine do you have. He was makpid not to go in zugot, not even that. So you would always 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 like that, like even in the measurements. So klala de milta, this is the klal, general rule. Yeah, klala de milta. Kol de kapid, kapid bahade. Udela kapid, la kapid bahade. If you're makpid on zugot, you're going to be makpid on you, and you're going to be in trouble. If you're not, no. If you're not makpid on it, it's not going to be makpid on you. Some people wanted to learn from here on the Ainara. However, though, it does not say on Ainara. It does not say that at all. It's talking about here, mande kapid. It says over here, right? It says mandam kapid azugot. Hainu hem no chasheshu lezugot, and they weren't careful about. So the Monaim were talking about that they were living in Eretz Yisrael, right? But the other Monaim were careful about it. But however, though, here it's only talking about the zugot. It's not talking about anything else. Look at Rashi. Rashi says, it's Rashbam, sorry, on the right side. Kol de kapid yoter midai kapad ba'adei hashedim laziko. Udela kapid kol kach, lo kapid ba'adei laziko. Umi ulemei chashbai, but you should be mechash, afilu man de lo kapid, lo kapid ba'adei, ditem man de lo kapid. But if you're going to say that you're not going to be makpid, right? In Ken zugot laminate, so why is it mentioned in the Gemara? So he says, don't be careful, and then that's it. So the Rashbam is saying that you still have to suspect it, which that's actually the girsa in the brackets that we don't read. That means you don't have to be makpid, but you should still suspect for it, right? But it's not that simple, okay? Kiyata Rav Dimi Amar, when Rav Dimi came, he said, Shte beitzim u'shte gozin u'shte kishuin v'davar acher, right? It says over here, halachal Moshe misinai. It says when we're talking about 2 eggs, 2 walnuts, 2 cucumbers, right? V'davar acher and something else, right? It says it's halachal Moshe misinai that they're going to get damaged. Mistapka lehu l'Rabbanan, but we don't know whether it's davar acher. Because Rabbanan bekulu zuge. So Rabbanan were makpid on all the different zugot, mishum davar acher, because we don't know what that davar acher was. Meaning, if you're going to have 2 eggs with 2 cucumbers and 2 walnuts, and then with something else, so it's going to be, very bad news. But we don't know what the davar acher is. We don't know what that something else is. Because of that, so you have to be careful with everything, right? On that, if you're going to have those elements. No, so the Gemara said that if you're not makpid, you're not makpid. Don't worry about it. But it doesn't say that about Tainara, because if not, then no. Some people want to say that. Some people wanted to say that, but it's not written anywhere. This was only written to do with zugot, not because of Ainara. And one of the proofs against it is that if you're going to tell me, just like here the Gemara just said, just don't be makpid v'gamarnu, why didn't all the time that they say about Ainara, people just say, don't be makpid, and that's it? You understand? And it's not written anywhere, right? Yaakov Avinu was makpid. He told his children, be careful.
It's active in the passive. I mean, it says that don't provoke.
Yeah, exactly. Don't provoke the Ainara. Here it's passive. You're not doing anything. You're just drinking something. You're eating something. Yeah, you're right. No, it's completely different.
That in Masechet Berachot, he brings that the people they said, who was that? There was the Tana that they spoke. Eliyahu Navi, he said that 99%.
No, that was Rav. Rav, he said that 99 people out of 100, they died from Ain Ra, and that's why he used to draw a picture of a fish. His seal,
that are there,
his sign was always a fish.
People residing here are from Ain
Is it
Ra.
better to be makpid on zugot or not better?
So it's better not to be makbid on zugot.
Not to be makpid.
Yeah, not to be makbid.
If you start, you have to be back on everything.
What?
Which means you don't pay attention.
You don't pay attention. You want 2 olives, eat 2, 4, 6, no problem.
But after this,
That's for everything in life, not only for Zugot, for everything. Whatever you must feed your.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Next. And that which we said above, that it's going to be 10, 8, 6, and 4. And by Mishum Zuge, that there's no problem of Zuge, of Zugot. Lo Amran Eliyam Mazikin, that's something to do with Mazikin. Aval Eliyam Keshafim, but to do with witchcraft. Afilu tuvanami chashin. We are going to be choshesh. Because there was a person that he divorced his wife. Azla in seva lechenva. So she went and she got married to a chenvani. Listen to the story. Listen to the story. Yeah, she got married to a chenvani. Kol yom avazil v'shate chamra. Every single day he used to go and he used to drink wine. Hava kavdele kshafim. He used to do, right? She used to do kshafim, which means like this: a guy went and he divorced his wife. She was a witch. What happened? She was a true witch. What happened? Every single time she used to come, right, and she got married to the innkeeper of the bar. Every single day he used to come and he used to drink at the bar. So he would come and he started drinking. She would do witchcraft on him. But nothing would help. Why? Because he never drank zugot. And he always used to drink 1 cup or 3 cups or 5 or 7. He never drank pairs. So because of that, no matter what type of witchcraft she did on him, it didn't help.
It's good to be makpid.
Especially when
it was good to be
over
makpid.
100.
Yom achad ishtetuva. One day he drank a lot. V'lo havayad kama shata, and he didn't remember how much did he drink. Ad shitzar havetzal v'izar benafsheh. Till 16 cups, right? What happened was he was still with b'diat slula. No, so after 6, no, but that's what we said. We said that which we said about 8, 10, 6, that there's no problem. That's only on zugot to do with the zugot and the mazikin, the shedim. But to do with witchcraft, even more than that, it does damage. So it says here, what happened? Till 16, he was still there. Mikam v'alach, after 16, he started losing it. You understand? Take 16 cups to lose it, not 4 or 5, yeah? Right? Mikam v'alach, after that, lo v'tzai v'lo yizdar benafsheh. He comes and he says, he wasn't able, he didn't have any more to pay attention. So apikte bezuga, so he went out with the zuga. Ki azil, when he was going, gaspe be'ut tataya, right? He saw an Aravi, right? And the Aravi realized that he was already caught with kshafim. Amarle, he says, Gavra ketila hu de'azil hacha. What? Somebody that's already killed, he's walking around. Azal chabke ledikla, right? So because of that, he went and he leaned upon the dekel. Tzavach dikla. So the dekel went, right? And started screaming because of the witchcraft. Upakahu. And he mitkar, so which means that he actually was paka. He broke. He got killed. The guy. So you see from here, right? So to do with shafim, so to do with witchcraft, so 2 things. Either to do with witchcraft, be very, very careful, or make sure that if you divorce your wife, make sure that she doesn't become a witch. Yeah? Amar Rav Avira says, Rav Avira, says Rav Avira, Ke'arot ve'kikarot en bahem mishum zugot. Bread, right? Kikarot of lechem, or, right? Ke'arot, or plates of food, en bahem mishum zugot. There's no problem with sakanat of zugot. Klala de minta, the general rule is, kol shegemaro bidei adam, anything which is finishing with a human being, there's no problem with zugot. Gemaro bidei shemayim, but if it finishes with Hashem, so meaning from the shemayim, b'mile mine demechan, or things of food, chayshina, we are choshesh of zugot. Chanut, right? If you're going to be drinking, right, in zugot in a chanut, en by mishum zugot. Nimlach, right? If you're going to drink a certain amount and then you change your mind and you stop to drink and then you drank again, en by mishum zugot, there's no problem. Or reach. A guest, there's no problem of zugot as well. Why? Because after he drank the first cup, he doesn't know if they're going to give him more, right? Isha emba mishum zugot, right? Also, since a woman doesn't usually drink wine, so she's like an oreach. So therefore, there's no problem of zugot, right? If she's going to be drinking wine. It says over here, ve'isha chashuva chashina. But if she's a very important woman, right? So then we are going to suspect because she drinks wine. So then it is a problem. So if a woman drinks wine, so then there is a problem of zugot. So Amar Rav Chinana b'Reder Rav Yoshua says Rav Chinana b'Reder Yoshua, ispargus, right? Asparagus, right? It says ispargus mitzaref letova. It's going to be, it's a mashke which is made out of kruv and yain, like cabbage and wine. So it's going to be mitzaref to good, but not mitzaref lera. It's not going to be mitzaref for the bad. Amar Ravina Mishmed Rava, says Ravina name of Rava, zuge lechumra. When somebody is going to be mistapek, whether he drank zugot or not, he should be machmin and drink another cup. The Amrile, and some people say zuge lekula, that you should go lekula. And the question is, what does that help lechumra lekula? If you don't know, maybe you already drank the zugot, maybe you didn't. So if you drink it now it's going to become zugot. So technically, you understand, like, you've got a doubt here. It's a problem. So Amar of Yosef says of Yosef, trei dechamra v'chad deshikra. If you drank 2 cups of wine and 1 cup of beer, lo mitzaref. It's not mitzaref. Trei deshikra v'chad dechamra. 2 cups of beer and one of wine, mitzaref. It is mitzaref. The simanach. What's a siman to remember? Zeh kelal. This is a general rule. Kol mechubar lo. Anything which is going to be mechubar to another mean which is greater than it, right? Mina chamur mimenu. If it's going to be more chamur, tameh. It's going to become tameh. Mina kal mimenu. If it's going to be more light, it's going to be tahor. That's why from beer to wine, wine is superior, so wine is mitzaref. But wine to beer, beer is not mitzaref. Okay, you understood? Because it's not, it's inferior, it's not superior. Amar Rav Nachman Amar Rav, says Rav Nachman Amar Rav, take kama taka v'chada taka mitzarfe. If you're going to drink 2 cups before the table, which means before the suda, and 1 in the suda, it is mitzaref. Okay? Chada mikame taka ve'utrea taka. If you drank 1 cup before the meal and 2 cups in the meal, lo mitzarfin. It's not going to be mitzaref. Okay?
Every time you have the hefsek.
Yeah, every time you have a mistake. So matkif la Rav Mishashia comes and he asks the following question: Atu ana letukune taka kabayinan. This is what we have to fix the table, right? Michinata shulchan, the wine before the table is different than the wine which is on the table. Letukune gavra, right? Bayinan. We always have to fix the human being, not the table. The gavra kametake v'kai, but the person is already fixed. So right, the chule alma tre taka v'chad levatar taka lo mitzaref. But according to everybody, if you have 2 in the table and 1 after the table, it's not going to be mitzaref. Kayima said Rabbi Nachmani, just like what happened to Rabbi Nachmani. Here it says the Gemara Metzia Pevam Mudalev says that there was a shliach from the king that sent to grab Rabbi Nachmani and to prohibit him, right? To grab him. That when the shliach got to the inn, that the rabbi was there, he drank 2 cups and then they took away the table. So then because of that, he drank two kosot. So what happened was, he turned around. So in order to heal him, Rabba came and he told the Balapundak, bring back the table and give him another cup of wine. So therefore it comes out that if they would have, without taking him at the table, it wouldn't have been mitzaref in order to get rid of it. So the reason why is because he says over here, Meshashia holds that the kos which is before the Suda is mitzaref to that which is in the Suda, because the kos which is before the Suda is to open up the meal. Right, but after the Suda, it's a completely different concept. So that's why they have to bring back the table, drink, and now it combines. Because if not, then not.
I didn't get why. What's the reason if it is lo mitzaref, if it is 1 before and 2 after?
So it's mitzaref 1 before and 2 after, because before the meal, it's mitzaref. That's what he's saying here. Before the meal, it's to open up the appetite. So it's all part of the meal. So 1 before and 2 during the meal, it's mitzaref. But if it's going to be 2 during the meal and then 1 after, the afterwards is they took away the table, so it's not mitzaref. So that's why they had to tell him, bring back the table. Once they brought back the table, he's still in the middle of the meal again. Now you give him a 3rd cup.
No, we spoke here 2 before and 1 during the meal.
Yeah, because
Trei ataka, no, 2 was during the meal and 1 was after the meal. It's not mitzaref. During the meal and 1 afterwards.
Okay,
why is it not mitzaref? Because the 1 before is mitzaref because it's to open up the appetite. The 1 afterwards is lo kashur to the meal. So that's why you have to bring them back. Which one? To open up the meal, to open up the appetite. Yes. Okay. Fine. So Amar Rav Yehuda Shmuel kol mazug mitzaref. Anything which is going to be mazug, it is mitzarfim zein zeh chutz min hamayim, except for the water, right, or hot water. Rabbi Yochanan ma afilu mayim. Rabbi Yochanan says even water is going to be mitzaref for the zugos. We continue tomorrow.